Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be continuing my pitch for a Batman TV show, and in this video it will be doing season 4 through 6. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The season picks up right where the last one left off, as we see the death of Dick Grayson's parents. And the whole season will pretty much be the origin story of my version of Dick Grayson. It will pretty much be the comic origin as we see him become Robin throughout the 10 episode season. And the villain will actually be the Joker. And so pretty much the Joker will escape from Arkham in the first episode, and pretty much his plan is to douse all of Gotham City in his laughing gas. But also something that I really want to explore in this season that I haven't really in the previous 3, Jim Gordon, which I haven't really explored yet, and it would still be a very, very early stage Jim Gordon and Bruce Wayne, Batman. Even though season 1 through 3 was a origin story, there's still sprinkles of an origin story still continuing throughout this season and a little bit in the later seasons. So anyways, but that is something that I really want to explore in this season. And of course, another storyline that we have is Harvey Dent, which of course he would be all throughout the season, would still be the White Knight, leading him to become Two-Face later down the road. And also we would focus heavily on Bruce's no-kill rule as the Joker tries to get him to break and to kill him. But of course he will still remain himself and will not cross that line. Now another storyline that's going to be continuing is the Penguin. Now he has control over the city since the mob got taken out, and pretty much he'd been keeping that grasp of power. But one thing that will be in this season, we would have the Black Mask be introduced, and it will pretty much be a war between those two factions throughout the season. And the cliffhanger for this season, we would see Barbara Gordon suiting up in a homemade Batgirl costume that will be very similar to the Batman suit, but also very unique. And it's going to be a mix of many different elements of Batman suit and Batgirl's suit for my version. Season 5 begins with a man running on a rooftop with a gun in hand as he shoots at a shadowy figure that throws something, knocking the gun out of his hand, and they jump out of the shadow, knocking the guy to the ground. And it turns out it's not Batman, but it's Batgirl, as we will soon come to learn is actually Barbara Gordon. The villain of the season will be Harvey Dent, where the first 5 episodes would be him transforming into Two-Face, where we would see his face get burned and him start to go crazy. During the first 5 episodes, that's what's building towards. Now, the main plot of that 5 episodes would be Batman and Robin trying to track down Barbara Gordon, and they would eventually succeed, and eventually she'll get actually added to the Bat family because Bruce realizes he can't stop her. And a big relationship that I will be focused on in the season and start to break it would be Batman and Robin, and pretty much it would set up for him to leave and become Nightwing. And finally, the cliffhanger of the season would be several criminals from Arkham breaking out, and that would set up the Long Halloween storyline. Now, season 6, just like I said, would be the Long Halloween story arc from the comic where multiple villain breaks out. It would pretty much just be that story. We would have Nightwing be introduced after leaving Bruce. So pretty much that would continue, and then it will actually happen, but it would be like a very early suit, just like how Batman's was during season 1 through 3. This would be Nightwing's equivalent of that. So the first half would pretty much be Bruce and Dick Grayson fighting, and then he would eventually leave, and we would actually see him make his suit, and we would have him try out many different names, which would be references to other superheroes that are not part of this TV show, or other Robins if they had different identities after, but he would settle on Nightwing. Now, Jim Gordon's pretty much storyline would involve the police and them trying to deal with the escaped criminals and the murders that are happening throughout the city. Now, of course, we're going to have a Penguin storyline, and this would be him trying to remain on top of the city, but he would eventually lose his power, and someone else would pretty much take control. This would set up several other seasons, like in storylines for those seasons, and we would have Jason Todd appear, and we would see his origin at the end of the season, and we would have him trying to steal Batman's tires, and pretty much that would be the end of the season. And I will come out with one final part probably in a month or a month and a half from this video, but I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell if you did enjoy it. And I plan on, after this series, to do some other pitches for different series, maybe some for Marvel, maybe all sorts of different stuff. So make sure you comment down below what you'd want me to pitch next, like what franchise, and I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you follow my Instagram to get updates on my latest videos, but I'll see you all in the next one.